Hey, YouTubers and Goldwing owners and motorcycle tinkers, I have a tip, and it's an important one, I think, and I was reminded of it last night. Uh, my previous video, I was working on blinkers, and I still have to do the computer. I'm getting ready to do that now. But last night, I almost pulled the computer off to do the job last night on my soldering bench. Um, but then I remembered, realized that I had every single connector up there around the ignition module, uh, the ignition coils. Every single connector was disconnected while I was trying to find this stupid flasher. And I put it all together, but I hadn't confirmed that it would start. So I thought, okay, well, we're going to wait in the morning and make sure everything starts first. Because had I done something wrong, I'd put a spark plug wire backwards, which I did do. I had to take apart and put it back when I realized I'd done it. There are some connectors that are only inches apart from each other that can be connected incorrectly, that will plug into each other and not be meant to be plugged into each other. They're color coded, but it's cramped, it's dark, you don't know. So let's say I had put that one of those connectors in wrong, or even two, or that connector to spark plug, or I broke something. And then I pulled that computer off. I come inside, I start soldering on it, I bring it out here, I plug it in, and now it doesn't work. Yeah, it's running right now. Not all that great, but it's running with the computer, and these caps are going to make it better because they're 30 years old, need to be replaced. But I wouldn't know. I'd have no idea. I'd start freaking out that I just wrecked my ignition module. I'd be in there trying to figure out what I did wrong, when it could just be a broken wire or connection plugged in the wrong way, or a spark plug not plugged in, or something like that. And I spent hours and hours, and perhaps even a couple $100 getting another computer thinking I broke it. And that's happened to me. I can't afford that to happen to me now, but I've been through that before. So always make sure, fix one thing at a time. Don't go decide, oh, I'm going to do a carburetor mod, but while I'm at it, I'm going to do a valve adjustment. Don't do that. You're asking for trouble. So fix one thing, confirm it's done before you move on to next. All I had to do was come out here this morning, make sure all my connections were connected, and start it up. I didn't even warm it up. I mean, it started up, it ran, I shut it down, because that's all I needed to know, was that it would do that. And it better do that when I come back here after I get to soldering on my computer, and there'll be a little video of what I've done. I don't have the video equipment to record me doing this yet. I hope to come and pick up a cheap GoPro imitation or something like that. GoPro would be nice with all those features, but if I could have a couple of cameras, and then I could edit and do stuff like that. But I would have liked to have just attached this to my previous video, but there's just no way to do that on my phone to YouTube. So, but one day, probably a year at best, at least. So anyways, quick tip, an important tip, I think. And remember, just fix one thing at a time and make sure you did it right before you move on to the next thing, or you're going to regret it. Sooner or later, you're going to regret it. So good luck with your project.